First tonight, former police officer Mark Torre Jr. may end up claiming to have suffered an alcohol-induced blackout or post-traumatic stress disorder at the time of the shooting of fellow officer Sergeant Albert Piolo. This is based on a report from a forensic psychiatrist who evaluated Torre. Here's more. Former police officer Mark Torre Jr. was back in court today where the prosecution revealed the content of a defense expert's report that may be used in Torre's upcoming murder trial. The report was produced by forensic psychiatrist Dr. Pablo Stewart.
But Dr. Stewart report essentially summarizes, indicating that he believes that at the time of the shooting that the defendant suffered an alcohol-induced blackout as well as post-traumatic stress disorder.
While that may be what a defense expert concluded, it's still not clear what kind of defense strategy Torre's attorney, Jay Arreola, will use. Torre has served on several tours with the GUAM Army National Guard. He's facing charges of murder, aggravated assault, and manslaughter. So
at the time, again, I'm just going by my memory, but the defense had listed a slew of defenses, everything from reasonable doubt, intoxication, duress, necessity, justification, self-defense.
The list of possible defenses has only been provided to the Attorney General's office so far. It has not been submitted to the court, but Judge Michael Bordallo said he wants that list narrowed down.
You know, if the defense is limited to either self-defense or toxicity, then it implies that there's an admission of shooting. If it's a denial, we have to figure out what defenses are compatible and what aren't, so we can narrow again down what may be necessary and what may not. Maybe all the DNA for certain aspects may not be relevant unless there's a dispute again as to the experts on the I guess, theory of how the actual shooting took.
Tydinko says he plans to get a government expert to review Dr. Stewart's psychiatric report.
Certainly, I want an objective assessment from that forensic psychiatrist as to the nature of and the contents of Dr. Stewart's report and his own assessments, diagnosis, and his methodologies.
Meanwhile, the defense is trying to get their hands on police officer John Edwards' laptop, computer, and hard drive that was used to upload and transfer files containing the body cam footage Edwards wore when he arrived on scene after the shooting.
I understand Mr. Officer Edwards may have filed his own objections to our subpoena that we issued to him. We subpoenaed his hard drive and his computer and his laptops.
The defense is also planning to subpoena the internal affairs records of Officer Edwards and Sergeant Piolo. The prosecution is also planning to issue a subpoena of their own for the Veterans Affairs report that Dr. Stewart reviewed as part of his psychiatric evaluation of Torre.
I indicated to the court that I wanted to issue a subpoena ducis tecum for the VA reports because he just referenced saying I reviewed he had reviewed the VA reports.
Judge Bordallo says he's looking to start trial in late September to early October. He's ordered the parties to meet within the next 2 weeks to go over any outstanding issues before coming back to court for another hearing on July 8th at 9 a.m.